Anwar James is the Assistant Transportation Manager at Goodwill's Recycling Center, where he is responsible for scheduling the trucks that move donations between the various stores and the transportation of the recycled materials that are processed daily. The position requires Anwar, like a master chess player, to think several moves ahead to make sure that all the moving pieces are where they need to be every day.
I like my team that I work with. I mean, everyone. It's a different atmosphere. I don't come to work with the, oh, I can't stand being here attitude or anything. I mean, I love my team. I couldn't ask for a different atmosphere to work in.
As a child growing up in the Maryland suburbs near Washington, D.C., Anwar was a good kid who excelled in school. As the years passed, however, Anwar lost his way and he began hanging out with the wrong crowd. Teenage mischief became more serious and he soon turned to selling drugs to make money. Although he was able to graduate from high school and started to attend college, the lure of big money being made in the drug business seduced him.
I just felt like working seemed like it was a waste of time by comparison. I was, on the outside looking in and wasn't thinking about, whether or not the reward was worth the risk or not. And I quit my job. I started, selling drugs, and I figured I'd hit a certain goal. I had a goal. When I hit this amount of money, I would stop and go back to working. But when that came, it's like you just wanted more and more.
His illegal activities got him in trouble with the law, and he became a fugitive from justice.
While I was on the run and in Delaware, I didn't get to see my mom, my kids, no one. I couldn't have contact with anyone because, that would have created a problem for me. I missed everyone. That was rough.
Eventually, he was arrested and was sentenced to a federal prison in New Jersey.
It was weird, to be honest with you. First of all, going into that environment, and seeing him there in the jumpsuit.
I'll never forget it. At this time, I was in the Supermax in Baltimore, and my brother, I'm not sure what his job position was at that time, but he was able to come see me. And he had a long talk with me, about when we were younger and everything, and recommended books for me to read, books of, that had substance in it. And I started reading, and I had a lot of time from 2006 to 2010 to get to know myself better.
And also I told him get some culturally books. I don't mean to put it this way, but we come from the West Indies. Our parents worked 3 or 4 jobs to get ahead. We know the power of work. The American dream is achieved through working hard, and eventually you'll build, and just keep on trying to embed that in him.
At the time Anwar was in jail, Hassan had landed a position with Goodwill of the Chesapeake. Hassan reached out to Sue Murray, Goodwill of Delaware's Vice President of Sales and Operations. He asked her if she would help his brother out and consider him for employment.
Folks that come out of incarceration often don't get an opportunity. They don't have the foundations of having a good education, having a family that supports them, having the morals, that moral compass inside that, really kind of pulls them back. And I think he is somebody who had a really rough story, but didn't say, well, I have to go back to that story.
Sue hired Anwar as a temporary employee, unloading trucks and processing donations. Quickly, Anwar demonstrated his new work ethic and personal development and was able to advance within the organization in a short period of time.
But he showed up with, a lot of understanding that I could blow this. I've been given a second chance, and I want to make the most of it.
Today, Anwar is a first-time homeowner, has a son back in his life, and is an inspiration to those whom he works with. Until now, many of them were not aware of his history of redemption and second chances. That is why we are pleased to name Anwar James as Goodwill's 2012 Employee of the Year.